Namaskar dosto, good evening friends. I am Dr. Sanjay Kalra, your friendly and familiar endocrinologist, and you're watching Dr. KK's Med Talks, Thursdays with Dr. Sanjay Kalra. आज के हमारे नॉन स्टॉप शो का 925वां. Today is the 925th episode of our non-stop show. Let's have the headlines for today. A recent study has linked air pollution with the incidence of diabetes, and it's been shown that 1 month of exposure to hazardous air pollution, that is particulate matter 2.5, leads to increased levels of blood glucose, and also prolonged exposure for a year or so can actually cause diabetes. This is important because much of India, especially northern India, is going through a phase of very bad air pollution these days. तो अपना ख्याल रखें, एयर पोल्यूशन से बचने की कोशिश करें, इसका डायबिटीज पे भी इम्पैक्ट पड़ता है. Godrej is to invest 10 crore rupees over the next 3 years to eradicate vector-borne diseases in 3 districts of Maharashtra. While Zydus Life Sciences and Guardant Health are going to promote biopsy tests in both Nepal and India. A study published in Lancet has shown that a simple rapid blood test can diagnose tuberculosis in children in a very timely manner and very accurately too. And it's heartening to note that COVID vaccination does not increase the risk of miscarriage or abortion. This has been clearly stated in recent research. Warm welcome to everybody who is logged in. ये festive season चल रहा है, so let's see what our topic is for today. Health and happiness during holidays. Last time हमने बात की थी 4 दिन पहले advocacy की, and we said advocate for whatever is close to your heart, whatever you are passionate about. और मुझसे अगर कोई पूछे कि मुझे क्या चाहिए लाइफ में, तो मुझे health and happiness चाहिए. And now the holiday season, the festive season is nearing. So we thought, let's talk about this, health and happiness during holidays. Simplest topic one can speak about, but it is important, and that's why we welcome all of you. Dr. Vipin Sharma from Kangra, Dr. Ramesh Palsik Pawar sir from Saharanpur. Warm welcome, sir. And also Dr. Pradeep Rawal from Ujjain in Madhya Pradesh. तो बात करते हैं holidays की, health and happiness की. Holidays obviously will be associated with health and happiness. तो बात करने की क्या जरूरत है? Why do we need to speak? The reason is that during the holidays there are many challenges, many barriers, many obstacles to health and happiness. तो पहले ये barriers की बात करते हैं, challenges की, and like Jaya Chandna says, we all need health and happiness. Yes, we thrive on that. And the good thing about health and happiness is they kickstart a virtuous cycle, not vicious, a virtuous cycle or a positive feedback mechanism. So if you're healthy, that allows you to do things or perform behaviors which make you more healthy. If you're happy, then you automatically go into behaviors and actions which make you more happy. So that's why a little bit of health and happiness, once you get that in life, it helps improve things. But like we said, there are barriers, there are challenges towards good health and happiness, especially during holidays. So let's speak about them. And warm welcome, Swapna Jain ji. Swapna Jain madam is from Vellore. Thank you for being with us. अब holidays होती हैं, let's look at the barriers, let's look at the challenges. Simple socio-cultural things, socio-cultural barriers. More food, more unhealthy food, food taken at untimely times, taken in an untimely manner. So the food quantity goes up, the food composition goes for a toss, the kind of cooking that becomes a bit more unhealthy, and also diet patterns, they are not followed because maybe people get up late, they have a late breakfast or a brunch, and then they have a very late dinner. So things related to food, things related to social aspects. Another thing is exercise. Most of us, when we don't have holidays, then there is a set pattern for children. Get up in the morning, go to school, do physical training there, do exercise, run around, play, and come back. In holidays, the playful aspect is there, the playful attitude is there, but structured physical activity may reduce. Maybe you've been going to the gym every day, but it's holidays now, you want to take a break. Perhaps you'd been doing your early morning jogging because you had to get up in the morning for other things. Now they are holidays and you feel, why should I get up in the morning? Let me sleep for 2 hours extra. So then structured physical activity goes down. So see the barriers now. Some of these are social, created by society around us, but then many of them are personal. We create these barriers to sensible sustenance, or to proper food, balanced diet, and also to structured physical activity during holidays. Thanks, Anjali Budola ji, for joining us. We are talking of barriers to good health and happiness during uh, vacations, during health. So these are two aspects: diet, exercise. Within diet and exercise, what we see is that during the festive season, let's say it's Diwali coming up now, there is more consumption of sweets, more consumption of juices, of heavy foods, calorie dense foods, and these are also bad for health. There is also more exposure to air pollution. Like we said, across India now, the air is getting worse and worse. This is especially true in North India, and our AQIs are going through the roof. Some things are good when they are high, but certainly air quality index is not good when it is high. We need an air quality of index around 50. And even in Karnal, which we feel is a clean and green place, our AQI is hovering around 250, which is not good. Hi, Anshu Singh. Thanks for joining us. So now see the barriers: diet, exercise, or lack of good diet, lack of good exercise, and also air pollution. It's not just air pollution. Diwali brings with it many other challenges as well. All the firecrackers, the patakas, they can cause respiratory allergy. They can also cause injury to the skin, injury to the eye. And you've seen Dr. Sumit Khanduja coming with us on stage so many times, and he so frequently calls for avoiding firecrackers or for wearing eye protection, or giving eye protection to your children when they go out. Jaya Channa ji asks, should we avoid walking outdoors during high pollution levels? Yes, please. So now everybody has mobile phones. You can just go and find the AQI for your particular city at that particular time. AQI, air quality index. And if it is high, it would be a good idea not to go outside. If you have to go outside, if it is necessary, try to wear a mask. That will help you. Otherwise, stay indoors as much as possible. Do your exercises indoors. You may also be able to find, based on which city you live in, what are the diurnal variations or variations during the daytime. Uh, like where I live now, the maximum pollution is early morning. In the afternoon, it's not so bad. So you might want to change the time that you go out for exercise or for walking or for games. We can do that. Even when you are in an air conditioned environment, ACs are also associated with the pollution. Now, you should encourage, at home, you must do it yourself. And wherever you go, let's say you go out to a gym or to work out, or maybe you're working in a mall where there is central air conditioning, you should ask for regular servicing of the air conditioning unit. Many times, if servicing is not done, various fungi, various bacteria, various viruses, they find a place in the air conditioning ducts. And there are so many people in a particular hall, in a particular room, in a particular building. If even one of them has an infectious disease, that infectious disease will spread to everyone. So if you're working in a gym, especially, or in a place where there's a lot of heavy breathing by you or by other people, do ensure that the air conditioning ducts are taken care of, they are cleaned regularly. Thanks, Jayaji, for being with us. So we are talking of barriers, but now we've moved to solutions as well. That's nice because barriers should be bridged. So we spoke of diet, exercise, these are barriers. We then spoke of air pollution, the firecrackers, a possibility of injury to the eye and also to the chest. There are other issues as well when it comes to vacation. Now, many of us are self employed, and I do know a few people who get upset during vacations because they earn less money or they don't earn money. And this is also a reason for stress in many people. Now, look at it from a businessman's point of view. he has to pay or she has to pay Diwali bonus to all the workers. Depending upon what you are selling, some things are kind of in high demand in the festive season, like sweets, clothes, but then other things are less in demand. Maybe you are selling something related to education. People will say, I don't want to come and get educated during the festive season. I'll come back next year. But still, you have to pay the Diwali bonuses. So these are also causes of stress, financial stress. Now, how do we manage all this? And thanks, Jiaji, for pointing out that when we choose to go outdoors, we should first look at the air pollution and then decide what to do. So, how do we handle this? Diet, it's about motivation, self discipline. So, try to sleep on time, wake up on time, follow these rules. Sleep on time, wake up on time. Fix timings for meals. You can have a 3 plus 3 meal pattern. There's no harm in that. So, you can eat throughout the day, but it should be three major meals and three minor meals. The three major meals should be home cooked, ideally. Once in a while, eating out is fine, but don't take three major meals from outside. Home cooked meals are healthier any day. And when you take meals that are cooked outside, commercially available meals, you find that there are more fats, more trans fats in that. They are unhealthier. They use higher levels of salt, sugar, and saturated fat. The things, the chemicals that make outside food tasty are actually harmful to our health. So try to follow a regular meal pattern and try to eat as much home cooked food as possible. If you have to take something from outside, there's no harm once in a while, but try to keep the portion sizes small. So let's say you want to eat kurkure or you want to eat potato chips, get the small versions. In many restaurants, when you go, they'll be selling you small and medium and large servings, and you find that the increment in cost is not too much between, let's say, medium and large. They encourage you to consume more, but we are doing that at our own cost, not just a financial cost, the cost of our health as well. So it would be a good idea to follow the law of moderation, Lord Buddha's uh, rules, laws, and not go for everything big sized, especially when you're drinking carbonated drinks. Try to go for the smallest servings. So we talked of diet. Exercise again is something that will come from motivation. And thank you, Rekha Pataraji, for joining us. I myself had been lazy for the past many months, but now I have joined the gym, and I am motivated to exercise more and to become fitter and healthier. So in vacations, let's say you're not able to do your routine exercise, maybe you're not at home, try to replace that with something. Go for a walk, do some stretching exercises, maybe climb a mountain, whatever is available to you, try to exercise. So if you had been budgeting 1 hour for your gym or for your physical activity during normal working hours, do keep that 1 hour for some kind of physical activity during vacations as well. And we welcome Sartaj Singh ji and Dr. Yogesh Shuklenchwar to the discussion. Warm welcome, everybody. We are speaking about how to be healthy and happy during vacations, during holidays. So the first is try to follow regular diet pattern. If at all you want to eat something from outside which you know is unhealthy, take it in small portions. Do budget time for exercise or physical activity or games. And don't forget that. Sleep on time, wake up on time. Try to follow that as well. And since Diwali is coming up, no discussion on health and happiness will be complete until we speak about firecrackers. Now, the first thing I would like to say is that please follow whatever local rules and regulations are in place. These rules and regulations are not made by the whims or fancies of one or two people. They are made by multiple experts. So if the government asks you not to play firecrackers, please follow their advice. If your local government says you can use firecrackers, you can burst them, but stop at 10 p.m., please stop at 10 p.m. This is something I would humbly request everyone. And if you are playing with firecrackers, be mindful of your own health as well as the health of neighbors around you. The loudest firecrackers will not give you the loudest religious merit or happiness. So if there is, let us say, someone sick, someone convalescing in the house next to you, there's a neonate, a young baby, there's somebody sitting for exams, please be mindful of your neighbor's needs as well. Dr. Pawar says we are getting a good number of cases of fever, chikungunya fever, and they have severe body aches. That's right. They do not respond to paracetamol. So, if you are sure, sir, that there is no dengue, then you can use NSAIDs. In adults, what I use is naproxen 250 milligram BD. You can use other NSAIDs as well. In children, I think it is ibuprofen which is preferred. But make sure that you've ruled out dengue before you give this drug. Another drug that we use in adults is hydroxychloroquine. But hydroxychloroquine is anti inflammatory, it doesn't work immediately. So you start it, but still it will take 2 or 3 days to act. In case NSAIDs do not act or they are contraindicated, maybe because you're afraid of bleeding tendency or we were not able to get all the tests done, then we can use centrally acting analgesics. One safe drug to use is Nifopam or Nifosar. A dose for adults would be 30 milligram BD, 30 milligram TDS for a few days. We can sort of count that for children, but use it just for a few days. It is centrally acting analgesic. There is another centrally acting analgesic which I use. This I use for painful neuropathy. You can try it for patients with body ache. It is flupirtine, Flupirtine. Flupirtine should not be used for more than a few weeks at any cost, and it should not be used if liver enzymes are high, if SGOT-PT are high. So this, in some adolescents, you may be able to use, but rule out hepatic dysfunction before giving this drug. HYQ would be safe, and naproxen would be safe in the vast majority of patients as long as dengue is ruled out. So, this is what we have been speaking about today: health and happiness during holidays. But health and happiness should not be limited just to holidays. It should be there, these things should be there before, during, and after the holidays. So, how do we work around that? Health is something that is multifactorial. Of course, we need good physical health. It's a good idea to be in regular touch with your doctor. If there is any symptom, any problem, share that. Depending upon your age, your phase of life, they will recommend investigations for you. Some might be done every 3 months, some might be done once a year, but do follow their advice, whatever they suggest. If you're able to manage all your numbers like cholesterol, weight, glucose, blood pressure, then usually good health follows. But good health is beyond these numbers. Good health is also about mental and emotional well being, about social well being. So, if you feel that there is any challenge you are facing, a psychological or a social challenge, do reach out to people around you. There are so many people there to support you. Do reach out. Do not feel alone. Do not feel disheartened. It sometimes helps to reach out to friends and colleagues because, let us say, you have a symptom, maybe pain in the knees, and you think everybody has pain in the knees. Everybody of my age, of my gender, has knee pain. It is possible that that's wrong, and a simple medicine like vitamin D or calcium will help you improve your quality of life. So do reach out if there is any challenge. Now, if you have health, health and happiness are two sides of the same coin. Both are not the same, but both are similar. A person who is healthy ideally should be happy because there will be social and cognitive and emotional well-being as well. Happiness, though, is a very slippery eel to catch, and it's difficult to sort of, quantify happiness. It's difficult to sort of pluck it from a coconut tree. So learn the art of creating happiness. I've learned something recently from the Bhagavad Gita. Whenever you read the Gita, it always speaks to you in different ways, depending upon your mood, depending upon whatever situation you find yourself in. So the Gita tells you to be sattvic, that is in equipoise, balanced, in equanimity. But at the same time, the Gita also tells you that in case you experience a Rajasic or a Tamasic phase of life, in case you happen to indulge in Rajasic or Tamasic behavior, or you are surrounded by Rajasic or Tamasic influences, take them in your stride. accept these facts in a sattvic manner. That is also what the Gita teaches us. So try to be sattvic, try to be happy, but in case there are ups and downs, don't get too upset about them. You just move on in life. एंड सरताज जी सिंह ज्यादा एज वालों को वॉकिंग बेटर एक्सरसाइज है. यस, वॉकिंग करनी चाहिए. डू कीप ऑन मूविंग, बट डू मूव ऑल पार्ट्स ऑफ योर बॉडी. बाजुओं को भी हिलाएं, टांगों को भी हिलाएं, एंड यूज योर जॉइंट्स इन एवरी वे पॉसिबल. So when we walk, the different exercises, different muscles of the body are used. But when we climb stairs, different muscles of the body are used. So do a little bit of exercise, different type of exercise of the upper limbs and the lower limbs. जिस तरह से हम बैलेंस्ड डाइट की बात करते हैं, उसी तरह से बैलेंस्ड एक्सरसाइज होनी चाहिए. थोड़ी सी बाजुओं की, थोड़ी सी टांगों की, थोड़ी सी ट्रंक की, थोड़ी सी गर्दन की, थोड़ी सी एक्सरसाइज होनी चाहिए वेट लिफ्टिंग वाली, मसल बिल्डिंग, एंड थोड़ी सी होनी चाहिए एरोबिक्स की. ज्यादा एज वालों के लिए दो और चीजें भी इंपॉर्टेंट हैं, दैट इज फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी एंड बैलेंस. So if you've not exercised before, or if you've not exercised for a long period of time, it would be a good idea to first of all improve our flexibility. Flexibility would mean try to move each and every limb, each and every part of the body, at each and every joint, in each and every way possible. So like now I'm flexing my arms. Let's all do that. Let's flex the arms. Flexibility is something that you get from yoga. And once you have flexibility, then the next step is balance. So let's try to stand on one foot. Let's all do that. And this is balance. So flexibility and balance is important for everybody, but खासकर ज़्यादा एज वालों के लिए एक बार फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी और बैलेंस पे आपका हाथ बैठ जाए, बाकी एक्सरसाइजेज ऑटोमेटिकली आती जाएंगी, तो उनकी चिंता ना करें. एंड इससे भी हैप्पीनेस मिलती है. समटाइम्स अकेले एक्सरसाइज करना बोरिंग लगता है, देन यू फाइंड अ बडी, यू फाइंड अ फ्रेंड whom you can exercise with. अगर और कोई भी ना मिले, find a pet who will exercise with you. Maybe your street dog, but be careful, the dog should be vaccinated. Maybe your street dogs will help you and they will join you when you're going for a walk. So find a buddy that helps you be more motivated for exercise, and that makes you happier as well. सरताज जी एक बहुत बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस शेयर करते हैं कि अपने छोटे छोटे काम खुद करें, उससे भी बहुत फर्क पड़ता है. यू आर राइट. सिंपल सी चीज, आप अपने मान लो कोई कपड़े उठा रहे हैं, कोई बर्तन उठा रहे हैं किचन में, उसको उठा के आप सबसे ऊपर वाली शेल्फ पे रखें. उसमें भी ये वाली एक्सरसाइजेस, ये वाली मसल्स की एक्सरसाइज होती है. आप झुक के कोई भी सामान है सबसे नीचे वाली ड्रॉर में रखे हैं, उसमें भी आपकी एक्सरसाइज होती है. तो ये सिंपल चीजें हम घर पे कर सकते हैं. अपने छोटे और बड़े काम खुद करें, और घर में ही अपनी रसोई में, अपनी अलमारी में, अपने घर में ऐसी चीजें करें जिससे हमारी range of muscle movement बढ़े. So thank you Sartaj ji for sharing this with us. अब festive season है, and we realize that people are busy. अपने चाहने वालों को, दोस्तों को, रिश्तेदारों को सब मिलना चाहते हैं. People are busy shopping. सब मार्केट्स भरी हुई हैं करनाल की, and that is good. It's good for the economy. It's good for happiness. And इसलिए KK Med Talks में भी हम कोशिश करेंगे कि अपने प्रोग्राम्स हम छोटे रखें अगले एक आध महीने के लिए, जब तक फेस्टिव सीजन चल रहा है. क्रिकेट मैचेस भी चल रहे हैं, एंड आवर बॉयज आर प्लेइंग वेरी वेल टुडे. वी विश देम ऑल द बेस्ट इन देयर मैच अगेंस्ट श्रीलंका. इस सबके साथ आज का हमारा टॉपिक था हेल्थ, हैप्पीनेस एंड हॉलीडेज. सबको विश करेंगे हैप्पी हॉलीडेज, हैप्पी फेस्टिव सीजन अहेड. वी विल बी देयर रेगुलरली विद यू एवरी मंडे एंड थर्सडे. और साथ में सेहत और खुशी, हेल्थ एंड हैप्पीनेस की भी सबके लिए कामना करते हैं, सबके लिए दुआ करते हैं. With this, I'd like to thank everybody who has logged in with us today. शुक्रिया, धन्यवाद, मेहरबानी. एंड जैसे मैं हरियाणवी बोलता हूँ, थारा भला हो. जय हिंद.